Let me share the screen. I'm going to use this one. Okay, can you see the screen okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now I've set up some dummy work orders. This is Dan. We have Dan set up as a contractor. So we've set up some dummy work orders so we can kind of go through it. PPW is a web-based, cloud-based portal for us to start sending the work orders to you. So what'll happen is when we enter the work orders and we put your name in, you're going to get an email. And the email will give you, I believe it's a link for you to click on, or you can also sign in. This is what you'll see when you first sign in. You'll have the status, then the due date, the date received, who the client is, which is always going to be either Freddie Mac, Illinois or Freddie Mac, Indiana. The customer is the realtor. You don't need to pay attention to the loan number. That's for us. The address, the city, the state, the zip, and then your name. The administrator, either me or Sarah, and then what type of work it is. Let me go over my notes here. So when you first get on here, if you click on the general information, let me click on a work order. So you'll click on one of the work orders and you're going to click on general information. And that gives you the work type, the address, basically anything that was on the front page is going to be on here. This is a periodic clean. So, and this is also when you get everything done, you're going to mark ready for office, which means you have uploaded the pictures, you've done the PCR report that's needed, and it's ready to go. If you're missing something, you're going to get this message right here. There's also a job notes. If you need to tell us something about the property, you can click on new note. There's property. So any note you put in and you select property, it's going to stay with this property throughout the history of the property for the life of the property. If you click on work order, it's just going to put it with this work order only. So if you do a trash out and you need to tell us something about the trash out only, you would do work order. If it's something about the property, like the house has been demolished, or there's, something that we need to know every time that you're there, click on property. And so every time you go there and a work order is created, it'll follow that. You can also add a file by clicking on add a file, or I'm sorry, choose file. And then you'll come over here and you can, choose one of the files that you want and then save it. If you want it to go to somebody specific, you can put in who you want it to go to. Let me do this. Work order to, well, it's not working. Normally there's a list of names that'd be like me, Dan, Pam, Sarah. If you want it to go to somebody specifically, do what? It's because you're on his. Oh yeah, it's because I'm on Dan's. Okay, it'll come back to us. Sorry, on my end, it'll tell who we want to send it to. You can set a reminder if it's something that you want to be reminded about in the future, a couple days or in a couple hours. You can put a reminder date and the time. Always click save when you're done. We'll click save on there. Oh, put a note in the body and then click save. So that will, let me go back here. So we did that for the work order. It's taking a minute. There it goes. So it's going to show there's job notes up there. So every time you go into the property or this work order, however you saved it, it'll show that there's job notes. So you click on the job notes and there it is. You click on here. It always downloads everything. So you have to go to your download, but it shows you what it is. There are certain work orders that require a PCR form. Now, all of our forms, they call them PCR forms. So it's not always the property condition report that we know it as. But on periodic clean, you'll have a periodic clean form that you have to fill out. And really all it is, you have to give the date of the cleaning. That's so when you fill that out, that date will go into our system somewhere so we can track stuff a little bit better. If you get to a property and there's a miscellaneous bid that you need to submit, you can click on that and submit your information. That's not a requirement. Additional work order, if you get there and handrails were needed, smoke detectors were needed, something like that, then you can fill this out. You can also put it in the notes for the work order. Either one, you can do it that way. Is there any questions on anything yet? Let me know if I go too fast. I think everybody is unmuted. Oh,
The job notes, is that where we put where we upload our pictures?
no, no, that's
no?
only for, you
Okay.
can upload a picture if you have a specific picture you want to show us.
Okay.
And you can upload a picture to that, but no, we'll get there in just a minute.
Okay.
So then when you are done, I'm going to skip over that. This is kind of backwards, but when you are ready to upload your pictures, you're going to click on the photo document and then you're going to click upload documents. And you can do it a couple of different ways. Give me just a minute. I have pictures here. Well, there they are. They moved down. So if you have pictures you want to upload, come on. Oh, here we are. Okay. You can just select them all. Whoops, upload. Well, it keeps disappearing. Where's it going to? You guys see what it's doing?
It should bring up a pop-up.
Yeah, it did, but
up a pop-up. So
it disappears. Let me try doing this. Upload photos. There it goes. It kept disappearing. It would pop up and then go away. So you're just going to move them over and then start upload.
They popping up on your end or whatever?
What do you mean?
I'm not seeing any pictures.
Can you see where I'm uploading? It says select files, add files to the upload.
Yeah, it says
Okay.
recording, upload, picture, photos.
Yeah, I moved the photos over there and it's uploading them right now. So there's not really any photos for you to see yet.
Okay.
As soon as they upload, they should be there.
All right. I'm also looking at this on a phone. So
Oh, okay.
right now, Kelly will be if this meeting's still going on 10 o'clock, she'll pick back up. But till then,
Yeah,
I'm
she
doing
emailed me
this
this morning. Yeah.
And so it's a little hard for me to see and read.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, she emailed me about it this morning. So 100% is done. They've got 14 out of 14. So you'll X out of there. And then you can view your photos from right here.
There you go.
And if you look, it gives the upload time and date, which is of course today. And then it also says date, time, original. So it's going to give the date that you took the picture. And some of them, it even gives like the coordinates of where you are, the geo coordinates of where the picture was taken. And then when you get done uploading all your pictures, you're going to go to bid, complete info. And so what was this that we did? Periodic clean, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to scroll down for the periodic clean. I try to put these, is it? Yep. Go over here and click 1 because you did 1 periodic clean. And then you're going to do save. And ready for office. But it's not going to let me because I didn't do the PCR. That's a reminder for you to do that. So we'll just put the date in. That's how you do it. It doesn't need a picture.
Once that bar switches from red to green, that tells you that it saved it.
Okay.
Yep.
Forget where I was going. Oh yeah, general info. Yeah, so see now it's saved.
Okay, great.
So you're done. So if you have another one, you just go up here to work orders and click on work orders. And that work order is no longer here. It's been sent over to us, but you'll still have your other work orders that are still waiting. If you'll notice up here, let me go to another one. Up here, it said invoice. Come on, it's running really slow today. You don't have access to that. That is for our end. That's so you guys can get paid. When we get this back and we check the pictures, if we notice that there is something wrong or we're missing something, we send it back to you. And that's what this follow-up is, this yellow one. So you would click on that. And missing info need picture. So we'll put in there what we need. Take care of what we need, then click ready for office, and it goes right back to us. So you will be done with that. When we are entering work orders, we have to, I can't do it here. We have to enter them all separately. So trash out's going to be one work order. Initial clean is going to be a work order. Because of the way that PPW is set up, it's not set up specifically for Freddie Mac, and all companies do things differently. So we have to separate everything out so that we can invoice it all separately. Okay, let me see. So view work order, that's the same thing as clicking on it. In reports, this one is really important, where it says invoice, accounts payable and receivable. This is where you're going to see what your check for that, your next deposit is going to be. And I have also set up in some of the forms and documents in PPW a chart giving the Friday pay date and then the invoice date you're going to look for. So I'm going to click on there. So you will go here, pay dates with invoice dates. You're going to click on that. So if you're wanting to see on your 11/3 check, you're going to put these dates in. Wrong one. Well, I think it went away. Okay. So for the 11/3 check, you would put in invoice date 10/20/2023 through 10/26/2023. And then run report. He didn't have anything that week, but if he had something there, let me see.
Because I don't get paid.
Yeah, it's because he didn't get paid. See if I can put something on here. There we go. So this would be what he would get paid for on that next deposit. And you can click on it. Oh, never mind. I can do that on my end. Sorry. Like I said, we're still learning some of this stuff. But yeah, this will show The paid amount would be right here. Well, actually right here. That one wasn't changed. So, and then it will give your total down here. But be sure you enter the correct invoice dates by looking at that chart. And if you have any questions, just let me know. We can help you out with it. Back on, go back to the work orders. This box over here, if you click on like several of them, if these are all mows and you're wanting to do a route, or if you wanted to, print out the work orders, you could export to Excel. Yeah, we don't want that. And it'll give you the information. So if you need, if you had crews working for you, you could print this out, what you wanted them to do, and give this to them. You can also do it as work order forms. But I think, yeah, that does them individually. Here you can route. So, your weekly mows, you can put in your start date. So I put in our address here. We're going to go to these properties. In the end address, you're going to create route. It'll give you a route.
I heard it.
So yeah, you can kind of mess with that. I think there's somewhere you can print it out too. I think I saw the print thing. But that's really nice. And I don't know if it does it here. No, on the other one. And then on this side, move this. You have these little icons over here. This is if there are any notes for the property or that particular work order. This shows the property on the map, and you can even click on it, go satellite, zoom in.
It's all Google.
Yeah, it's all Google. So it'll show you where the house is and how to get there and stuff. And then if you click over here, this will show all of the previous work orders that you have done at this property. We talked a little bit about the PCRs. I don't think I can get to it from here. Nope. When you do a dewinterization, a bid for discoloration removal, plumbing repair bid, trash out form, winterization checklist, and then of course the regular property condition report, you have to fill out the forms. It is a requirement. On the trash out form, you have to give the number of cubic yards that you removed and the date. That's it. You don't have to fill out, really anything else. Oh, I pushed that PCR through. Can you go sign on yours, and that PCR that I pushed through of Dan's, push it back to me, please? It's the address. I don't remember. Yeah. Oh, no, never mind. I've got one here. I did another one. I'm sorry. So, okay. Property condition report. Where is it? There it is. So see, it says, yes, it's required. So it's going to have all these questions that all in red. So you have to put the date, your name, the address of the property, the number of cubic yards, approximate, the key code that you use, and all these are required. You have to answer these. If there are any utilities on, or NA if there aren't any, or you don't know. type of water, well or city. If it's a condo, multi-unit condo, or neither. The type of furnace, or if there isn't a furnace, none. Sump pump present, appliances and mechanicals present. If there are none, click on none. If there are any outbuildings, any personal property, is there exterior debris present, including sticks and limbs? You'll click yes. Hazards present, you'll click yes. There's a roof leak, boardings, the pool. So just different things that are going to need, that you'll need then, while it's in redemption or day one auction. If there's anything that's going to need to be addressed at the trash out, you'll mark them on here. And any additional comments. And then once all that is filled out, then you'll be able to mark it as ready for office, and you have the pictures uploaded.
So you still able to send that to the office ready, whatever, if you haven't completed all that?
No,
You
it
got-
all has to be completed.
Okay, so it won't allow it, so then you go back.
Correct. Yes, yes. And if you have any problems, just let me know. Already did payroll. Okay, so trash out. So if you get a trash out, the PCR form you have to fill out. Your name, the address, the number of cubic yards. That's all that's needed for that. There's nothing for the initial landscape. Periodic clean, you just have to put the date on there. So that's really, have I missed anything? Can you think of anything?
Well, that's if they do it on there.
Oh,
Can I
that's,
show 'em how it's
yeah,
done on the
Dan's
phone?
gonna show you how to do it on the phone, because I don't go out in the field.
Right, that's the reason why we have me set up as a contractor is, so that when I'm out in the field doing stuff like yesterday, then I can do it through the phone, which is much easier. Now, those of you that go out and do the work yourself, you're gonna prefer to do it through the phone. Those of you that have other contractors, they're gonna bring you the pictures and then you're gonna do it on the computer here because you don't want to give them access to, all of your information, how much you're being paid and all of that.
Get it, Johnny? Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, okay, on the PPW,
They can't see you.
right, I know, I'm gonna have to show it to them like this. I don't really know.
You're on share screen, they can't see you. You can unshare the screen.
How do you do that. I
Stop
think
share.
it's C, okay.
There you are.
Okay, here I am. I thought you could see me the whole time there. Okay.
Well, I could, now I got a full picture.
Right, okay. Once you download the PPW mobile app, okay, when you open it up, okay, and then you get to your work orders. Now, the one thing that gets me is I keep calling them saying, hey, I don't see this work order. I don't see this work order, but you sent me out here. There's a button at the top. I don't know if you guys can see my
You just-
phone. Too bright or something.
There you are. You're back.
Okay. Can you see my phone or is it whited out?
No, you're good.
Okay. There's a thing at the very top that says work order. It has the little circle. If you hit that, that'll refresh. Now it's not like some other programs. When you refresh it, sometimes it takes a minute. I'll hit that refresh 10 times, and give it a couple minutes, and then all of a sudden the new things will pop up on there. Like property condition report, when you select, I hope you can see this, when you select the property condition report, it comes in, somebody's in the wind.
Yeah.
We're getting,
It's this one.
The two.
It was the Brian, I think. There you go.
very good.
Okay.
Gone.
Okay. On here, when you look at it, the very top thing, okay, the very top thing will be check in. Okay, when you get to the property, the first thing you want to do is click that check in. Okay, and it'll ask you to confirm it. Okay, and then there's your ready for office and your sync. You don't want to do that till you're done. Okay, but then across the bottom, you'll have your different things. This is a PCR, so you're going to click photos. Okay, and then it's got all right there. That's nothing. You click the little photo, the camera button at the bottom. Make sure you can see.
For
And
some
then
reason,
just go through and take your pictures. Okay, take all your pictures, whatever you're gonna do for your PCR. Okay, then when you're done, you're gonna click the X and it takes you back there and it'll tell you how many pictures you had. You don't need to separate those pictures in any way. It just puts them all together. Okay, and then hit go back to the main screen. And then down the bottom, you're gonna go to forms. Okay, and then if you see right here, one of those forms has the red thing on it. That means that it's mandatory, it's necessary, which is the property condition report. Now you also have additional work order requests, like Debbie went over. You know, if you had to do something that you could do right then and there, you know, handrails, anything like that, you go ahead and do it, and submit for that. Take your pictures, and that way we can get you that work order. If there's a bid, like a dead tree or, you know, something that's real big that you need to bid for, you can click that, fill in that information. But on this one, when you click into it, it's just one thing at a time. Okay, when you click it, like multi-unit no, okay, and then down at the bottom there's a button. You can go backwards or forwards. Click the next one, and it's just one at a time. You know, so you can click that, go over, click that, go over, whatever the answers are, and then when it gets done, you'll get all the way to the end, and then you can get out of there, and then button at the top, and it takes you back to where you were. It'll let you know how much, if you've missed any, or if you want to go back to it, like me, sometimes it'll ask what the address is, because it always has that, and you got to go in. I don't know what it is, so I go back to here, and then you can go back to it. If you scroll down, it gives you the address. It has the key code, you know, the due date, all of that stuff. If you're missing information, and then you can go back to forms and click it and pick up right where you left off and keep going. You don't have to re-answer any of those questions. Okay, and then once it's done, and you get everything done, it'll show up in green here, and it'll say 100%, so that you know that you've answered all the questions and you're good to go. And then you go back here, and then you're going to hit sync. Okay, when you hit sync, it'll ask you to verify yes, and it takes a few minutes depending on what kind of signal you have, and it syncs all the pictures right then and there. Okay, it sends all the pictures. When it's done doing that, and you're all done, and you're confident that you're done with that work order, you can hit the ready for office. Okay, now the one thing that we had problems with, and this is the reason why I do it, so we can debug and I can let you guys know what to do. With the ready for office, I get back in the next day, and Debbie was like, well, why didn't you click ready for office? We don't have notice of it here. I was like, well, I did, and I showed it to her, and it asked if I wanted to undo the ready for office. So we know that I clicked it. So we got with PPW, asked them, after you hit ready for office, hit sync a second time. Okay, and then that syncs the actual work order with them and lets them know that, hey, the work order is completely done, and then you're done. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was going to like this program because, you know, I'm old school. I use the phone. I use the camera that hangs around my neck, go around, take the pictures real fast. Don't really like using my phone. But I'll tell you, the more I use this thing, I like it because it doesn't really take hardly any more time to do it. I can go ahead and answer the questions right then and there. I don't have to answer it on the paper and then scan that paper in and then try to figure out how to name that page in a certain way so that it goes through. I know we've all had problems with that in the past with the old program. It's done. You're done. You don't have to go home and upload any pictures, any forms, anything else. That work order is done. You can move on to the next thing. So if you're able to use your phone, if you're doing the work yourself, use the phone, it is a lot quicker and easier to do. And I'll tell you one thing, when I take pictures with my phone, you know, you take, you know, one corner above, one corner above. With the phone, I'll tell you what, you get a lot more of the room in that one picture. So I'm taking less pictures because the picture shows more of the room with the phone than it ever did with my camera. Okay, so instead of taking, you know, 149 pictures, I'm taking like, maybe 80 pictures or whatever it is. The one I did yesterday was about 79 pictures, where usually it's over 100 pictures. I take a lot of pictures. So it wasn't that bad. And the other thing is, it does not store these pictures on your phone. Okay, so it doesn't eat up your space, and you don't have to go into your photos and select them all one at a time and then delete them off your phone. They're not on your phone. Okay, they're only in the app, and then when you hit sync, they're no longer in your app. They're sent straight to the office. Okay, so if you use it on the phone, it's a lot easier on the job site to get everything done. Now, some of the things that Debbie just showed you that you can do, check your pay and do all of that. I myself haven't really messed around with the computer part, so I didn't really know how to do it. You can do more on the computer than you can on the phone, but on the phone you can do everything that